Hello and good morning, Periscope. I'm here to talk to you about writing books quickly. There is a way to do it, and it can be done in a very streamlined and efficient manner. Now, many people struggle with their ability to actually put things together. However, I can tell you that writing books quickly, thoroughly, can actually be a very enjoyable and streamlined process. So we're just going to go over a really quick summarization about how to do it. The very first step will be brainstorming. Brainstorming is the act of randomly listing things from 1 to 15 minutes and going all the way up to 30 minutes. You're just listing things randomly and looking for patterns between various different elements to see which ones are related to each other. And then after you do that, you move on to step 2, which will be mind mapping. And mind mapping will also allow you to be able to link ideas together. But one difference between that and brainstorming is it will allow you to be able to take ideas, a central idea, and then link them to one another. And then when you link them to one another, you'll begin to see different organizational patterns that will allow you to be able to arrange them in a manner that will form an organized summation of ideas, facts, ideas, or whatever you're trying to put together. This is good for stories, but this is also good for procedural manuals if you're attempting to teach someone how to do something. So you can do this, but one other thing, the very last step will actually be outlining. Outlining basically involves organizing all the different ideas and actually subcategorizing them. Good morning, E. Mickens. Good morning. And when you outline different things of this nature, then what you'll do is you'll actually develop a pattern that will allow you to have chapters and subcategories, which will actually make writing everything much easier. So, the main thing to remember about writing a book, especially writing one quickly, is quick organization. And with these 3 steps, you can actually do that. So let's recapitulate everything we talked about. The very first one will actually be mind mapping. Well, brainstorming. Brainstorming. You randomly list a variety of different things all the way up to 30 minutes. And when you do this, you also look for different ideas and patterns. And you list random things until you run out of ideas. And now, after you do this, you go on to what's called mind mapping. And when you mind map, that basically involves taking a central idea, putting it inside of a circle, and linking it to other ideas, almost like you're organizing a family tree. And so when you do this, this will actually allow you to be able to tie various different patterns to one another and actually put things together relatively quickly. And for the same amount of time that you brainstorm, you actually organize different ideas that you put inside of bubbles and link them to one another until you can actually see relationships and different forms of relativity that will allow you to be able to link ideas to one another. And so finally, after you've done that, you go to the final step, which will actually be outlining. Now, you have different forms of outlining. You have outlining with phrases. You have outlining with words. I would recommend words to be able to get to different things quickly. But if you want more detail, you could actually outline with phrases and sentences. However, you do this, and then you'll be able to have chapters and different subcategories that will allow you to be able to arrange the information in an orderly pattern for your reader to actually follow the continuity of very easily. So, with that in mind, writing books doesn't necessarily have to be challenging. They just have to be planned carefully. So, just remember to brainstorm, mind map, and outline. And so for this and more information in regards to how you can actually write books quickly, edit, organize, or even just get ideas for putting one together, go to www.spiritscribepublishing.com. You're very welcome, Mickens. That's www.spiritscribepublishing.com. And you will find a plethora of information that will allow you to be able to have different ideas for putting things together. Furthermore, you'll also be able to find ideas about how to start if you don't know how to start. If you're a beginning writer, if you're an intermediate writer, or if you're an advanced writer, you'll actually find resources that will allow you to be able to begin from the most rudimentary concepts to some of the most complex. So just remember, www.spiritscribepublishing.com. All right, well, thank you very much for your time. Oh, and that's no problem. There's no better time to start than the present. So that's www.spiritscribepublishing.com. Thank you very much for your time, and you may resume your life as you previously knew it. Have a blessed Friday.